Hey, I am Nicole Pilavan. I am the owner of Candlelight Intentions and Luna Vibes, but I'm on here talking about my Candlelight Intentions. I did a video previously, if you look at my channel, all about intention candles and how to work with them. That is what I do. I create intention candles. I love them. I love creating them for others. They are 100% all soy wax, soy based. The wicks are even soy, and everything that I add to them is enchanted. We have I Reiki infuse them, and then I channel and use intuition to add different flowers, plants, crystals, trinkets, all kinds of fun magic to the candles. And so today I have one candle in particular with me. This is the Money Maker. And what the Money Maker is, I wanted to talk specifically about buying this candle, like when you buy it and how to work with it to call in what you're looking for. So when you buy this candle, understand that you are basically buying a money bowl in a candle form. So when we work with this space, a lot of times, like, a money bowl is a very old spell that is used. Normally what it is it's a bowl. You take a green candle or a white candle and you put it in the middle, and then you surround it with salt. You add in money, and this changes for all like however you interpret it, but this is how I work with it. You add in money, you add in crystals, you add in different herbs to it, and it creates a spell to bring money into your frequency. And so what I did was I created that in a candle, and instead of using a green candle, what I did was I made the vessel green because I mean it's just adorable anyways. What I did on the inside is, you can see here, the only thing that is basically missing is salt, and I feel like if you wanted to, you could add that if you so choose to. But the pennies in here are both enchanted pennies. They are infused with Reiki. They are face up so that you have, a lot of times there's that saying, find a penny, pick it up all the day you have good luck. And it's always heads up that you look for. So that's what these are. Heads up pennies also brings that lucky feeling into it. A basil leaf is another old recipe, another old spell that people work with. A lot of times what you can do is you can write on a bay leaf what you're looking to call in, what abundance you want, and then you burn it and send it out to the realms to receive. So in here we've added it. So what I like to tell people is, some can pull the bay leaf off, write on it, and burn it with the candle to call in exactly what you're looking for, or you can choose to let it burn in with the candle, and it just infuses the candle with a little bit more abundance as well. This crystal here is green avitrine. Green avitrine is all about calling in abundance, calling in money, all of those beautiful spaces. We have citrine, which raises your energy to call in more happiness. It also calls in wealth and money, but it is also calling in creativity so that you know how to work your way to make this money come to you. And it also is all about raising that vibration so you can be in line with money. And then peppermint. Peppermint is another green, it's a green witchcraft that comes through. And with peppermint, a lot of times they'll tell you to use it in oils or to wipe down like your front door to bring abundance into the house and have it come through your front door. And then the fragrance that I use with this candle is a really beautiful smell. Like every time someone smells it, they go, oh, it smells so crisp. And I was like, yeah, just like money. And so it's really cool to have it all in one. It's a very like high vibrations fragrance that comes through, and they're all pet safe, by the way, all the fragrances and any of the herbs that I use inside the candle. So that is how this candle is designed, and how it is essentially a money spell and a candle. And it's just really beautiful too when you have it around the house. So next, what I'm going to teach you is how to work with it. Now when it comes to working with this candle, so a couple of different things. There's like a little bit of teaching that goes along with this as well. So when we tap in with something like the moneymaker, it is a little bit more specific as to what we're calling in. It's not just a straight manifestation that we're trying to call in, like I would just like things to open up and be better. Instead, we're being specific with this. We're looking for money specifically. So this is like calling in wealth. And so in that space, it is very, very important that we are direct with it, that we come in with that clarity of exactly what we're calling it. So instead of being like, oh, I would just like to have more money, you could end up with one of these beautiful little pennies and that's more money than what you had. But if you're more specific with it, it helps the candle and the powers that be, whatever you believe in, whoever you believe in, to step up and step in for you. So it's really important to understand that when we are working with intentions with this candle. So one of the things that I like to do is be very specific for what we're looking for. So before we really tap in, what we want to do is find a place where we have like a sacred place, where, and what I mean by sacred place is very much like this is your this is where you go to chill. This is where you go to connect with self. If you're a journaler, this is where you go and do your journaling. If you meditate, it's like a meditative space. Anywhere like that where it's quiet and you can focus and work on some visualizations. If you have pen and paper, it also helps out. It's totally up to you though, however you flow in this space. But being able to find a quiet place for self is very, very important. And then being able to tap in, and you can light your candle at this point too. And some people might choose to light it later. There's like a lot of different variations in order to work with it. I think when you are working with the visualization and we are tapping in to begin with, you can have your candle lit. It is important to understand candle safety, right? Like we don't want to leave your candle burning for more than 4 hours. You always want to be near it. There's little warning labels on the bottom of every one of these babies that give you all the rundown of what to do. We don't want it near things that are going to be flammable, all of that. You want to trim your wicks before every use. It's very important stuff to make sure your candle etiquette is on friggin' point. So aside from that, lighting your candle and then being in your space and really understanding exactly what it is that you're calling in, exactly how much you're looking to bring in, and understanding that there are no, there's no limits to what you can call in. So you're not doing any big asks. You can't have that reservation in your mind, like maybe this is too much for me to ask. Like you have to really be in the vibration of understanding that this is possible, it's coming to you. And then we light the intention, the candle, to bring in that, like that beacon for you. So now we're in the space, we know exactly what we're looking for. We open it up that I am willing to receive this amount of money from any source possible, like however it comes through, with keeping everybody safe. We don't want any harm to come to anybody, of course, but we want to think that it can come from all different sources. So it might be like a lottery ticket that we open, like we purchase, and all of a sudden here we go. It can be something happens where you have a refund, a credit boost, like all these different spaces. So understand that it can come through in any way possible. But we open up the channel that we are able to receive in any way possible, like all sources. And then from there, really diving into the visualization of it coming into, like, without a shadow of a doubt, you know that it's going to happen. You see it happening, you feel it happening, you feel the money in your hand or in your bank account. You envision you looking at your bank account and there is the money. You envision what you're calling the money in for to be in your hand. Even if it's freedom, you're just simply looking for freedom. We call that into the space. What does that freedom look like? Is it traveling for your family? Is it more classes for your kids? Like, is it more recreational stuff for you and your significant other? Like, imagine those spaces opening up and literally happening. And what does it feel like? And send that energy into it. And then once that happens, if you have your pen and paper, this is where we write. I have this amount of money, and we talk in the present tense. I have this amount of money and this is what I do with it. Because now we're setting even more intentions with it. This is like all about, that's what intention candles are about. You're setting the intention, working with the spell, and making sure that we are calling it in. So those are some of the places that we begin. And now we've worked on that visualization, right? We've come into the space, then we know what it looks like. We know what we're using the money for. We know it's coming from any source. We have seen what it looks like when it's in our hands or in our bank account, how we're going to put it to use, and all of those spaces. We have written it down to call in even more, and now we can start to work on the spell part of it. So with this candle, you can light it beforehand, and that's okay, and be in the vibration, because there's so much more that goes into it than just saying it just once and like working with the space just once. So one that I like to use, and I will probably put it into the description of this as well, is money, money, come to me. Money, money, find me 3 times 3. Every dollar spent comes back to me. Money, money, come to me. And that's what you're going to say it 3 times. Everything in the power of 3s, at least in my world. And after you say that, again, step into the visualization. Imagine whatever is spent is coming back to you. It's almost like you want to see it flow and come back, almost like a cycle. So you'll see money go out, and then you'll see it come right back. You see money go out, it comes right back. And that's what we want to focus on. If any of you that are stepping into this is also fluent in Reiki in any way, in energy work, you want to do the same thing. Have the energy go out and come back in. And then from there, once you've stepped into that space again, you've had your visualization again, then we can release that space. We blow the candle out, we make sure it is put away in a safe manner, and we release and let the universe do its work. Universe, spirit, guide, whoever you're thinking of, whoever you are working with, we release it to them. They will help you find your way. They will make sure things come, but you have to trust the process and not grip so tightly to it. When we grip too tightly, we don't allow anything to flow through. You can't even put sand or water through a clenched fist. So you have to remember that. So let it just flow through in that space, and then your money is going to come to find you. So if you watch this, let me know how this goes for you, and keep me posted in the comments, or you can reach out to me directly through candlelightintentions.com. I would love to hear your experience of working with the candle. And if you do not have this candle yet, you can head over to Candlelight Intentions and purchase it off my website. I love being able to offer this space, and I cannot wait to hear your story. I cannot wait to hear how money does find you. So happy spellcasting.